So then, Carlo Rovanpera, the two-time WRC champion, will not be three-in-a-row champion because he's announced he's doing a part-time season in 2024. I mean, mathematically he could still be, but it would require rotten luck for pretty much every other Rally 1 driver. But what it does mean is that he's going to be sharing a car with Sebastian Ogier. Now, there's every chance that what this means is that they could end up running the same event. We've heard that as well. So there's no necessary limit on what they're going to do. They reckon it's going to be, 6 or 7. But it could mean we see other people in that third car. It could also mean that that third car gets rented out for events. It could also mean that when they run 3 cars, they could rent out a 4th car like they did for Batelli this season. There's not really any telling about what Toyota might do with that rest of their program. But what they have confirmed is the Carlo Rovanpera is on a part-time program, like Sebastian Ogier, and then from 2025 he's back full-time. Which means that next season their 2 full-time entries are for Elfyn Evans and Takemoto Katsuta. Now, I do think that's a very capable lineup. I think that is a lineup capable of winning the World Championship again for manufacturers. And I hope this means that Katsuta is able to build on that fine form he had in his home rally at the end of the season, and maybe compete for a first WRC win. Kid's got potential. He still has potential to do that. And, I mean, the Safari and his home event seem like those best chances. But we have to remember did he get podium in Finland this season? He's been fantastic. Now, what does it mean for the kind of title battle? Well, I think we know 3 contenders. Tanak, Neville, and Evans. There could always be an outsider, but I think those 3 are our go-tos when it comes to title contenders. Because, well, who else is there right now? We know that 30 Day is going to be a part-time drive. As far as we're aware, M Sport's going with a young lineup, potentially full of part-time drives. So we don't actually know anybody else who could be really a title contender apart from those 3. But still, that will be massive for WRC history, because Rovanpera won't have a massive unbroken streak in the same kind of way that Sebastian Loeb had. He might have a broken streak of a lot of titles like Ogier has, but this is a really big deal because it shows something that we've been talking about when it comes to motorsport, which is these young stars, your Rovanperas, your Verstappens, they don't want to be around for that long in the sport. I mean, Verstappen's in his mid-20s, Rovanpera is in his early 20s, and they're taking time out to look after themselves and then coming back later. I'll tell you what, if F1 was able to do this kind of part-time system within their legislature, because they say, oh no, you have to have the same drivers for the whole season apart from force majeure, I wouldn't be surprised if Verstappen did the same thing. You know, rock up to the Crown Jewels, his home event, and then spend the rest of the time just enjoying his life. I think F1 needs to follow WRC order, but I've been saying that for years. But it's really interesting to see that narrative about looking after yourself and your mental health being up at the forefront of these discussions. And it shows why so many people like Carlo Rovanpera. Because he's somebody with his head screwed on. I mean, when he won the rally in Sweden last year, his first comment was about thinking of the people in Ukraine. Was that Sweden or was it Mexico? I can't remember. I think it might have been Mexico. But he's such a wise kid. Someone who's so switched onto the world. And the only WRC event winner, let alone champion, born in the 21st century. Yeah, think about that. But I do think it shows that this sport has changed massively. And you can hear it in commentary from drivers who've been there, done that for lengthy periods of time. You don't get the social aspect. I think Sordo talked about this in a Dirtfish interview. You don't get that same kind of social aspect you did when he started 20 years ago. It's all about practice and prep. Maybe they need to put more restrictions on it, working hours, things like that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, both in regards to that news and what you think they could do to prevent burnout in these new motorsport athletes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Bye for now.